Hi, it's Ashley from AP Sound Advice. Today we are doing a product review on the Emotiva Airmotiv B1 bookshelf speakers. And I gotta say, wow. I'll start it right off with that. And I'll tell you why I'm saying wow. When I heard these, I'm thinking to myself, they're around about, in our part of the world, about a $500 pair of speakers. And I don't traditionally listen to that price point. So I'm thinking to myself, already going, not sure. Powered these things up, and straight off the bat, I'm going, wow. Now, the reason I'm going wow, I've got to be a little bit honest here. There's a couple of things that make me say wow, and that would be the actual drivers. And in particular, it'll be the tweeter, of course, that I'm about to get excited about. So, first off, it's a two-way bookshelf speaker. Cabinet tuning is a rear port. Driver configuration, and this is the thing I love, is the high frequency driver 25 by 32 millimeter Airmotiv folded ribbon tweeter. Now, I haven't seen ribbon tweeters for a long time. You don't see it very often, and ribbon tweeters have a very unique sound. And wow, even though we're playing at this price point, it really was fantastic to hear these. And I guess, you don't see, as I was saying before, ribbon tweeters. I think I remember them being in some old Infinity floor standards back in the 80s. And even back in those days, I really enjoyed listening to those. So if you like that sort of, it's a different type of sound. So it's a really, really nice sound. And we've got the 5 1/4 woven fibre cone with SBR surround. It's also 86 dB. So that's to be expected at the price point and the type of speaker we're playing with. It'll deal with 150 peak with 70 watts continuous. Recommended power 50 to 250 is where it's saying. And of course 8 ohm. Frequency response 48 through to 28. And I could definitely hear the low note. That really was very, very nice. And around about, they're not too big either. They're sort of, when you look at it, a little bit fatter than your normal traditional speaker, but then a little bit shorter. So when you factor the whole thing, it really punches a lot of sound for its dollars. Now, again, let's not get too clinical about this. So I know for sure I would not call this an audiophile speaker, and it's borderline a hi-fi speaker. But with all that aside, would I own a pair of these? Yes, I would. And for no other reason. I'll give you an example of what I'd be doing with something like this. I'd have no problems putting those left and right of a television with a little lamp into them and rocking a room, and even even just a den if you've got a little office and you want to put a pair of those in your office with an amplifier. They really they amazed me. They really were fantastic, and I would have no problems with those being, well, they're staying here really. I'd have no problems with them being my play speaker. It'd be a speaker I wouldn't be too concerned if I gave them too much of a hiding. And if you're not going to be in an analytical mode, you just want to enjoy your music and you're just really having it in the background, you want to have a bit of a party speaker, then these speakers are definitely ticking off the box for that. And I got to say, very impressive. I've up until today, I hadn't really heard of the Emotiva brand. As I look at it, I sort of recognised it a little bit, but I probably didn't take much notice. And then when I was given the set to, can you give it a review? I thought, yeah, okay. And they've been sitting there for a little while. Admittedly, it's taken me a couple of months to even pull these out and have a listen. And they're sort of designed in the USA business. They'll be manufactured in China. But that aside, really a lot of sound for the dollars you're paying. Wow. Really fantastic. It's quite a shock, and I guess you can hear my reaction. I think mainly the reaction is I can't believe what you're getting for the dollars paid. Music, dollars versus music received, they really are sensational for that price point. So if you're looking for a room-filling musical speaker, these definitely would have to be heard. If you can get your ears into it, have a listen to these, have a listen. But at the dollar value, you could certainly, if you didn't have an opportunity to hear, I tell you, if you bought a set of these and you were just looking at a second set, a rumpus room, a spare room, an office, even just in a dining area, you just want a nice pair of bookshelves and a little amplifier powering them, or in a TV room, they really are fantastic. Or even a holiday batch. You don't want to leave something expensive behind because you're not there half the year. a set of these with a little amplifier of some form, you would have a really sensational sound. There wouldn't be much you couldn't do with them. They really are a great speaker. So I hope you've enjoyed today's product review on the Emotiva Airmotiv B1s, and again, absolutely fantastic speaker. I really can't believe what I've just heard for the dollars paid. So again, thank you for tuning to AP Sound Advice, and we will see you next time.